acres, nature and trees, clean, accessible water, lower rates of disease. I am fighting to save our sacred waters. I'm fighting for a lower probability that asthma will claim the lives of sons and daughters in communities that look like me and mine. Blacks are 3.9 times more likely to die than whites from asthma. I am fighting to save our children. We remember that it took Black bodies for us to begin to acknowledge environmental racism. How many will it take for us to dismantle it? We remember that it took white limbs to document through camera lens what resistance looked like, felt like, feels like. We must resist. Environmental injustice runs up and down these highway lanes, through rural roads and hard waste plains. We must not let history repeat again and again. You asked us to build, and we remember highways plowed right through us. Highways have histories too, whispers Ida B. Wells. Well, history hasn't always been so kind here on this side of the Queen City. Here the air ain't too clean and the skyline ain't so pretty. We remember asphalt buried underneath scorching bare feet, poured within and in between these red-lined streets. Asphalt all around us. How can that be just and how can that be justified? Sounds more to me like genocide than urban renewal. It feels more to me like genocide than urban renewal. Who is being renewed and who is being removed? Nature bulldozed for another sky-high sky rise in the southern QC. This is our current reality, and these are the climates of inequality. So when I talk about climate justice, I cannot not talk about environmental justice because these are the lanes of my people. These are the forefathers of which I have a responsibility to. And I heard over and over again in this context the question about how do we bring this to community? How do we galvanize community to be agents of change? How do we stand in solidarity with community, the community that is most impacted by climate change? And one thing is proximity. We've got to get close, people, and we've got to translate, and that's what I do effectively. I'm an educator of 22 years. I know the science. I'm a social scientist. I went to school to be a clinical child psychologist, ended up falling in love with teaching and taught for 22 years in Title I schools across our country. And I say that because our young people, our communities of color, our impacted of communities, they understand that something is not right in the water. And even if they can't tell you in the scientific terms, they know and they deserve better. We know and we deserve better. All of us know and we deserve to do better. And that is the work that we do at Harvesting Humanity. We reimagine research, learning, and personal and professional development in ways that really get people to understand. It is about our earth and environment, it's about our natural resources, and it's about our people. And how are we in right relationship with all of those things?